I'm doing too many things at once. I'm doing too many things at once. So let's start over.
World on my shoulders, so filled with stress.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is my second time trying to get this thing together. Okay, as I was saying earlier, but it did not have any sound. I wasn't trying to go live. I forgot to make it private and not public, honey. And when I was going the first time, there was no sound. Okay, but hopefully y'all can hear me. Thank you to Diamond, Diana, and also to Queuing who commented and said they cannot hear me. Okay, but this was what happens when I out the blue go live. Honey, it's crazy. Okay, but anywhere go, we are here to review Belle Collective. Okay, the last episode from this past Friday, season 3, episode 4. Okay, people not happy in their marriages. Okay, people showing up for husbands who ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Gucci and Marie to me is being petty, but either way it go, it's fine. Okay, but let's get into what we came here to get into, even if it's for the second time. Okay, because I talked for a good 6 minutes and did not know there was no sound. Okay, I was on mute. Anyway, y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, please take a second to do what? Like the video. Okay, subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dot. You can also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner for IG and Twitter and TikTok and stuff like that. And I'm also here. Okay, I may look real plain. I got no look on. I don't like putting it on. But either way it go, we are here to have a conversation about the ladies. Okay, the ladies around here, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay, yes, the second time around, okay, is always better. Okay, so let's see now, because that was good. But see, this is the thing about when you do lives. You never remember what you were saying, so you have to start all over, okay? But it's fine, okay? I am a consummate professional, okay? And when I mess up, luckily I can start all over, okay? So let's get into what I came here to get into, and that is the people, okay? So first up, we have SoGucci, her husband JJ, sitting around chit and chatting about his mama. Now, the fact that JJ really allowed his mama to come stay with them without first talking to his wife, to me is crazy. Okay, I feel, I guess, as a child, you want to always make sure your parent is comfortable. Okay, but you also should not want to cause havoc where there isn't any. Okay, and at first I thought something was wrong with his mama, to where she needed to come stay with them. Like, is she homeless? Did she move out of the house and she can't? What's going on? Now, JJ seems, in my opinion, to act like his mama. His mama's loud. You know what I'm saying? And she's animated. And that's Jaded. Okay. Now, Gooch, like, I don't want her living here. I don't want her here. Okay. How long is she staying? Okay. Why is she here? And when JJ said, well, she can help cook. You don't cook because you busy. So mom can cook food or whatever. I can give my mama's biscuits and whatever because you're too busy. And when Cootie said, well, we got a maid. The maid can do that. We don't need your mama here for that. Okay, not at all. We also need a timeline for how long she will stay. Now, I feel like Gucci has regular expectations based on what seems like her and their mama probably don't really get along or whatever, but again, it is what it is. So, if you do not get along with somebody, you don't want them in your house for a long time, even if it's your mother-in-law, okay? Like, mamas can come in for like the weekend, for like a week, okay? But if she don't like live here, I don't know. I also would not know, because no one wants to be uncomfortable in their house with someone who don't like them, even if it's a in-law, okay? That's just too tea. Now, the mama pulled up in a Corvette, a white Corvette, okay, honking the horn. Yeah, JJ, why you ain't waiting for me? I'm like, why are you yelling? Why are you loud? But again, it seemed like that's just her aura. And it may not be nothing wrong with that. But when it's someone who don't like you, you may feel like they don't respect you. That can be a bit aggravating, okay? Now the mama gonna say, I'm up every day at 4:30 drinking my coffee, and I don't want y'all disturbing me. Okay, do not disturb me. I don't like y'all coffee pot. I want a different coffee pot. I was like, well, man, but you bring one? Because if you're in my house, I'm not buying no no. No, ma'am. Okay. So part of me wonders, is that how the mama really is? Or is she playing it up for the cameras? I just wonder. Because out the blue, while they filming, oh, now his mama need to come stay. Is it for a storyline? I don't know. But again, I feel like it's gonna be fun to watch. Okay, we'll see SoGucci squirm. We'll see JJ be a mama's boy, and we gonna hope this mama ain't the new like Mama Joyce. You know what I'm saying? Because Mama Joyce don't like Todd, and maybe Mama JJ don't like SoGucci. I don't know. Okay, but I was like, and the mama said, "I'm here till I ain't here. I didn't give him no time frame. I'm here because I want to break." I'm like, how I would not want to break at somebody else's house. I would say, son, rent me a condo close to you. I need a break, but I do not want to be up in your house. I need you to pay for it. That's my form of a break. I'm going to leave it at feet. Okay. Now, Latrice and Cliff, I feel like we are clearly seeing what their marriage is like. We are clearly seeing that lady not happy with Cliff. Okay. Can't nobody convince me that Latrice is happy with Cliff. She just don't know how to say, I'm not happy, I want a divorce. She don't want to feel like a failure in divorcing this man, okay? But man, you're not happy. This is not a good marriage, because when you are fully aware that your husband is a bit cuckoo with you don't want to be there. You're just there because it's what's happening right now, okay? Now, they meet up because she said we need to talk after the public fight. You know, I have some things I want to say sorry for, and I hope he does too. And I said, Cliff should be the one trying to initiate the I'm sorries. You know, when she started out like, I'm sorry for not telling you I was going to the bar. Okay. It was a last minute thing, but I know me and you have an agreement that anytime I go to a bar or, you know, the club or whatever, I'll tell you. I was like, it's one thing for husband and wife to just want to be kind of aware of like some, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, I don't see an issue. Like, kind of want to know like a person's whereabouts, but I should not have to like check in with you like that. That's controlling. Okay. Because you don't care when she going to the beauty supply store. You care when she going shopping. When someone like, I want to know when you're going out to have fun, let me know so I can keep tabs on you, is what I feel like that agreement was. Okay. Anyway, he like, well, I was upset because I had just kicked Josh out. Okay. And you then went out for drinks with him. And I feel like he's the enemy. Okay. He came to the house doing the most. Okay. And as a man, I'm not cool with anybody after I kicked them out. And you out here running around with someone I don't like. I'm like, sir, but you also know that's your white friend. So you put him at the house does not mean she may not still hang out with him. You don't like that man, but that's her friend. He may not be the best of friends because he caused some trouble. He, you know, but also that's Latrice's fault because Latrice knew her marriage was not in the best of places. So you should not bring your messy ass friend around when you know your shit is messy. Now, Latrice saying, well, Cliff he's what a man supposed to be. He's a great husband, okay? But at times he treat me like I'm a child, not his wife, okay? He controlling sometimes or whatever, and we working through that. I'm like, y'all not. Cliff ain't changed. Y'all ain't working through nothing. You just, in my opinion, you let that man do what he want to do. You let him fuss and be upset, and you just don't say shit. And her admitting that, you know, sometimes in my marriage, I'm not as vocal. I don't like confrontation. And so, like, certain things I just don't say nothing, and I know I need to get better. And I was like, girl, no, you need to get better in telling your husband. Because I feel like She'll check people in life. We've seen her check people in life. It's something about the fact she don't want to check Cliff because she don't want Cliff to leave her. And we'll address that later. Okay? So when Latrice say that even if he feels some kind of way, he has to understand certain things or whatever. But as she's trying to express herself, he keeps cutting her off. I don't gotta say nothing. You know, anyone who is not doing something for me, I don't have to understand them. Okay, I helped Josh out. I gave him a place to live. I don't have to, I don't. The fact that he feel like if someone isn't paying me or helping me, I don't have to care about what they think. I don't have to understand nothing. That's a closed-minded, controlling, judgmental, jealous man. And I use the word man loosely because that's not how a man is supposed to be. Now, Latrilla, well, that's fine. Okay, if you okay, fine. That's how you feel, fine. Okay, but he ain't there no more. Okay, so with him not being there anymore, are you okay, or do we still have an issue? And he like, well, yeah, because you did not say nothing or whatever. You was not a good wife. You was not being a supportive wife when it happened. And the crazy part is, Josh said the same thing about her. Well, you didn't say anything, you wasn't a supportive friend. The fact that both of her good friend feel that way, and so does her husband, show y'all trying to put her in the middle. Y'all bullshit. That's the crazy part. I don't know why. Now, when she tells Cliff, well, how about we need to set some boundaries, okay? Because you have boundaries with your family, you have boundaries at your job, your workers or whatever. You have boundaries in every other place except our marriage. So, let's come up with some boundaries or whatever, so that way, things will be better. This fool gonna say, well, yeah, you tell me or write down the boundaries or whatever, and I will look them over and approve. I said, not what? Ninja, what? Again, I do not understand how she is making it seem as if he's a good man and a good person. He may not be a horrible person, but he has horrible characteristics about himself that is degrading the union between y'all. It's making it be like nothing. Because it's what he say, it's how he feel, and what you say don't really matter. And when he tells him how, look, I just want some equality in our marriage, okay? Don't you, ain't I equal? He said, well, no, we not equal. You want to control me? I'm the head of the household. We not equal. I put you where you are. I help make you who you are. I say, girl, do you not see he's a big cuckoo cuckoo? Now she said, okay, fine, whatever. She got up and left. I'll see you later. But again, he won't ever let her talk and express things. And so she allows it, doesn't say nothing back, and then thinks, okay, it's fine. And it's like, that ain't how it should go. It is not. Now we see a little scene with Arkisha, Marie, and Gucci who meet up for lunch. Now, this is why I was saying that Gucci and Marie was being petty. Now, first of all, we know Arkisha was not at the little lease signing where Glen popped up. So they telling her about what happened and how LaTeshia was all upset because Glen popped up and this and that and that and this. Now Arkisha like, well, I'm not in the best place with Latrice, with LaTeshia. Is it or is it LaTeshia? I don't know. So she's like, I wish her well. I'll add her to my prayer list because I don't care about the lady. I don't care. Being cool. And I said, well, I guess that's how, if somebody I don't really rock with, if we ain't cool or whatever, I don't really, I wish them the best. But I don't need anyone coming telling me, what I'm saying, their stories about what's going on. I wish the best of them. Okay. Now, she also brings up how, Latrice is having an event, right? Now, Marie gonna say, she sent me an invitation, and I don't know why. She crazy. I ain't going. She's a child in a woman's body, okay? And when Gucci gonna say, her daddy got to keep raising her. I was like, y'all petty. Gucci was upset because I'm not going either because I'm still salty that Latrice used another realtor. I was like, girl, get over it. Get over it. And Marie feel like Marie feel like Latrice is a snake, and I'm like, but I don't think Latrice is a snake. I think Latrice and Marie just never got off on the right foot, and they just keep bumping heads. But I don't think she's a snake. But I also feel like, girl, stop holding on to that. Move on. And Gucci, if you are a real agent who sells and rents property, you should not be upset that someone feel like you did not do them good, and so they use somebody else. Because who wants to be with a messy, petty realtor? Not me, not I, said the cat. Okay. And when Marie then said Latrice should be in a mental institution, one of hers, because she's crazy, I'm like, now why would you say that? Some people want to just move on and be, because y'all on the same damn show. And no one on this show has done anything to the other one to where they should be holding on to any real BS issues. Like, no one's done anything diabolical, okay? It's all petty shit. So I'm going to invite you to my event because neither one of us has done anything that should be taken so seriously. But that's just on me, okay? And when when Gucci said, well, she need to be worried about that one machine she got, that one hair machine, I was like, one is better than nothing. One is better than nothing, okay? Now, let's move on to Cliff and Glen having the whole fuckboy associated meeting of the mindlessness, okay? Because I'm like, on what earth is Cliff the person to give marriage advice, okay? The fact that Glen think Cliff gives good advice shows how mindless Cliff and Glen is, because both of them has fucked up marriages. Okay. Now, when Glen brings up how Cliff had mentioned to him, hey, watch out, because once these women, start acting different, once they get some fame, I'm like, who says that? A jealous, crazy person, okay? Crazy. Where Glen was like, I'm the one who helped LaTeshia get to where she is. I was like, Glen, what do you do for work? Because the first time we heard of you, you was working on the damn barge. I'm like, do we not work there anymore? I mean, what happened? It's confusing, okay? Now, he feel like LaTeshia is it LaTeshia or LaTeshia? I don't know, because I hear folks say it both ways. I don't know. Now, Glen feel like LaTeshia should forgive him. He should not have to work so hard to get them in a good space, okay? Because after the DNA test they had to have for that possible side baby that could have been his child, he feel like once the results came back negative, oh, we should be fine. We should go back to. I'm like, no. The fact that you had to have a DNA test is proof things is a bit awry, okay? Things need to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? He then said because things did not get back to normal after the negative DNA test, because the baby could have been his or whatever, that he went ahead and put a tracker and a recorder in LaTeshia's truck. I was like, that is what? And that's how he found out about Marie looking to put the condo in her name for LaTeshia so the Cliff would not be able to find it. And I was like, the fact that you're going through all of that, to me, is proof that y'all ain't on a good foot, because you don't trust her simply because she has not allowed you to bamboozle her into being back cool, okay? The fact of the matter is you need to gain back her trust. And because you refuse to try to gain back her trust and you just expect forgiveness is why she feel like you not for real and you not secure. Because you won't even do the work to get her to trust you again. That's insane to me, okay? And putting a tracker and a recorder in someone's car is proof I can't trust you. Now, Cliff gonna say, well, if she out here getting a house or stuff, she's showing you she wants to be single. And JD already said if she's saying she wants to be single, then let her be single. And when Glen then bring up, we're not even having no sex. We ain't had sex since the day after the reunion. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pop. I'm so sexually frustrated or whatever. I got blue balls. Well, sir, that's what happens when you cheat on your wife and possibly get somebody pregnant. She don't trust you yet. You can't get it's weird. He really just horny. Okay. Now he say I ain't cheating no more. I've been a good boy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cheating no more. So I need her to trust me. I was like, whatever. So he say, you know what I'm saying, he wrote a song because they connect over music. He wrote a song for her to hopefully win her back. And Cliff gonna say, well, okay, but don't bend your back for her. You know, be who you are. Stand up tall. I was like, see, a man tell another man, hey, don't try to bend yourself in any way, shape, or form to have your wife love you again. I'm like, see, that's why Latrice ass ain't happy because her husband ain't shit, okay? And the fact of the matter is, Glen don't want to win LaTeshia back. He does not. He just wants her to forgive him for no reason. And I'm like, that's why I said this is will forever be the fuckboy associated meeting of the mindless people, okay? Because of what? This the delusion. The delusion, okay? We then have a little meeting of some people who, or at least one person who was giving some good advice. Okay, Latrice and her mama, Gloria. So, first of all, for some reason, Latrice operates like a person who was an orphan. And she says how close she is to her mama. You know what I'm saying? How much she loves her mama. But I swear she act like someone who never had anyone love her. So she's holding on to the love of her husband. And it's weird that she has a mama who loves her. I was confused. Okay. So when Latrice talks about how she's finna cook for Cliff, because Cliff wants her to cook, and he expects, you know, dinner on the table when he get home and blah, 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 blah. And she trying to be the perfect wife. And her mama said, what kind of man is that? Meaning, what kind of man expects you, one, to be a perfect wife? Two, like, why are you, like, what? He can't cook for himself? And be hungry? And the best thing, one of the best things mom said was, first of all, you can't be a perfect wife if he won't let you. Meaning, some people, you can be the perfect wife, but they will still complain about any and everything just to make you feel like you not doing enough when it's really that they want more. So when she said, you know, you can't be a perfect wife if he won't let you, means you could already be doing everything fine. And he will still complain. He's not going to let you be the perfect wife. And I said, that sound like a Cliff. Okay. And you know, she was also sympathetic. I know you love your husband. That's my son-in-law. But you should never let anyone tell you what to do. Because Cliff telling her, you have to have the food ready when I get home. You have to do this and have to do that. The mom, like, I can see that. You should not let nobody tell you what to do. I raised you, but you and him are 20 years apart. Okay, and you have not even experienced life because you became a whole housewife without experiencing anything. And I think a lot of folks don't get that. When you are young, if you and your spouse are young and y'all both are y'all are both like inexperienced, you can grow together. You know what I'm saying? And when you marry an older man he's 20 years older than you, so he's literally experienced way much more than you have. But he expects you to be as mature as him, but he also expects you to not do what he does. He wants to treat you like a child. So you love him, which is cool, fine. But you're not happy in your relationship because one, it ain't 50-50. Okay, you became a housewife without no experience. And you can't let nobody force you to be perfect if they really don't want you to be that. It'd be some big ass, okay? And when she brings up how I talked to Cliff and he did say that, he said he don't think we equal. And you know, like I don't understand how with other people I don't take shit from other people. I do not anybody else, I don't take no shit. But with Cliff, I dim my light and I take shit from him. And I'm like, when anybody admits that they dim their light for someone else, that is a problem. Because it means you are aware that you shrink yourself for some reason around somebody else. And that's crazy. You know? And you should never dim your light for any damn body. Not no damn body. And when the mama said, you know what I'm saying, look, I wouldn't bow down to no damn. I'm not gonna bow down. I'm not gonna dim my light for no man. I ain't do that for your daddy. And when she's like, I can see, I know you, my child. I can see that you're not happy in your marriage. You're not, okay? And the things he's doing is to tear you down. He wants you to have a baby up in his house, pregnant or whatever. He don't want you to prosper. I was like, the mama speaking from experience. Because she said, you married your daddy. Your daddy did the same thing to me. He did not want me to work, and I did not work. And I sat there and I had 6 babies. It's okay to love your husband, but you cannot be no damn fool. And I said, you can't be. You can't. Not at all. Now, Treese brings up how her mama left her daddy and she does not want to be in that kind of situation. I'm like, you need to. You need to. Because your mama telling you don't live the life I lived. Don't let somebody dim your light. Don't all Latrice is doing is damaging herself for whoever she's with next. She not gonna know how to act if she stay with Cliff. She not. And when she feel like, my mom left my dad or whatever, and I'm saying, it hurt me to see that, and I don't want that to happen to me. I really got married because I wanted to be till death do us part. I said, well, did you wait for Cliff to die? I'm like, are you wait? Like, did you marry somebody older in hopes that Cliff would, perish, and then it can be till death do us part? Don't just leave. Like, people, one, you got married too soon to somebody who, to me, ain't a good person. He has bad flaws that he won't change, and he put his bad flaws as if it's your fault, and that's dumb. And the mama said, it's okay to love your husband, but do not be no damn fool. And Treese around here being a damn fool. And when she admitted that, sometimes I wonder and I question, it scared me, and I wonder, like, he may leave me. And mama said, oh, so you depended upon him because if you don't have him, you know what I'm saying, you won't have anybody. Is it because that you didn't have a father? Is that, and so, well, yeah. So because she feel like I don't want him to leave me because I have abandonment issues. My father left us. So I just choose to not say shit, to not lose somebody who is like a father figure to me. And I said, you need therapy. Okay? And mama was like, look, your husband ain't a bad person. He is a jealous person. Okay? And that's the issue. I was like, facts. Cliff, we've seen Cliff be a nice person at times. However, Cliff's jealousy is the issue. Because once he feels jealous about anything, it causes problems. And while the truth, I'm okay, don't worry about me. We're going to work it out. I'm like, ma'am, no. Leave Cliff. You need to leave him. Period. Okay? On to Akeisha and her auntie, her mama, auntie mama. While I felt like this was a great scene, at the same time, I'd be like, what is Akeisha's point on the show? I feel like when they have seen with Akeisha, it just sometimes feels so disconnected, even though it's about the city or whatever. I feel like that Fair Street stuff that they came on season 1, let that shit go. Let that shit go. And it's just weird to me. I like the scene, but I was like, wait, I don't really care. Akeisha meets her aunt mama. Now look, there is Auntie Mama. Okay, this aunt is her birth father's sister who raised her. So it's her mama, Auntie Mama. Okay. Um she was an anesthesiologist. She also worked in psychiatry, but she was hired. But they own all these businesses or whatever from the family and whatnot. They have a foundation together and all these things. So they still work on that stuff together. Okay. Even though Auntie Mama is retired. So Auntie Mama is it's like the last remaining child of the family. Okay. And everyone basically left everything to her, and she's leaving everything to Akeisha. Okay. And she can't throw nothing away. So it's all going to Akeisha. And but I was like, I felt, I'm like, I don't get it. It seems so out of place. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Because I'm looking like, I don't really care. But it was a nice story. Okay. So Keisha like, look, I know you don't throw things away, but I will at least thin things out because it's a whole bunch. And I like, well, I'm gonna put all these things like in a collection, so that way everything we have was like in one place. I was like, I didn't care. And she brings up how her group has now proposed to the states. They want to have an arts and entertainment district on Fair Street, and so she's hoping that can bring money and revenue to the city. I'm like, that's cool. Now see that fine, but I'm like, girl, this long backstory, girl, it was too much, and it seems so disconnected from the group of ladies. I feel like this kind of would have made more sense had she had one of the other ladies there to discuss things about the city and bringing money back to the city. But this felt like, girl, it's your family shit. It's just whatever. Okay. Now she brings up how she's trying to follow her mom's footsteps. How that she was there in the beginning, seeing them and did not know they were her family. So apparently, her birth father had a child outside of his marriage. She was that child. So she's the child of an affair. Okay. When she was younger, she did not know they were her family. So she would see her aunt mama like out and about, doing things on Fair Street or whatever, but did not know they was family. And she said something about how her grandparents were living with her aunt. And then it was proposed to her birth mama to give her up for adoption. And I'm like, why? I'm like, was your birth mama a bad person? You know what I'm saying? And the auntie said, well, once your daddy acknowledged you as the child, we knew we would accept you. Okay. And because the family suggested that she be adopted, her auntie, the lady right there, adopted her. That's her mama, whatever. And now she's like the heir to the family empire. Okay. And I was like, girl, what the fuck? It just felt so, first of all, what? And I'm all for family and, and heritage and passing things down, and also wanting people in the state and the city to see some form of historical, value in the community. I fully get that, but this seems so out the blue because I also felt like I had no idea what the y'all talking about. I'm still like, was your mama on drugs? Like, why did anyone propose that she give up her child and not to her daddy? But why did the daddy's sister I'm like, did the daddy die? I was so confused. And again, I don't know, but they discussed it was that. Now we then see Glen. Glen asked in the studio, got JJ down there. Glen wants to be around here making a song. And I said, after all the shit you put your wife through, you think you making a song will fix it? The fact that he don't get, like, he don't want to gain back her trust. He just wants her to forgive him. And that, to me, that show he don't even get what he did, because he's not trying to be forgiven. He's not trying to gain back her trust. He just wants a quick forgive me moment and give me some sex. That's probably why she won't forgive him. Okay, and JJ up here like, I'm gonna get on track. Sir, no. Glen said, I used to do music back in the day. Well, you don't no more. Go work on the bar some damn well. Don't become no 45-year-old rapper. And they up there talking. Glen phone ring. Okay, someone called and tell him that their grandma being rushed to the hospital. Okay, I'm like, what the hell happened? Glen then go see LaTeshia. And I don't know, my sister called and said, they rushed grandma to the hospital. I don't know what's going on or whatever. So LaTeshia then called her sister. I'm like, why y'all playing phone tag? She then called the same sister who called Glen. Glen is all sad. Now Glen is sad. You hear me? And the sister said, well, mama said the nurse came to the house and said grandma had a fever. She was in pain. She wasn't eating. She's not talking much or whatever. And so they took her to the hospital. Okay. She back home now. Okay. They gave her some pain meds. And now they're going to put her in hospital. I said, Lord Jesus. We went from him recording a horrible song that probably won't ever make it to the radios. Okay. And he needed to be working on fixing his Glen. That song ain't needed. Go do the work in your mirror. So they went from a badass song to him finding out grandma is not in hospice. Okay. Which means grandma is dying. When anybody is placed in hospice, it literally means there's nothing else medically they can do to save them. It's only about keeping them comfortable until they pass away. Because you do not want anybody last days to be them in pain. Okay. And the reason grandma probably wasn't talking one either, because her body is basically shut down. Now, first of all, I mean no harm in this, because my grandfather, who passed away in 2014, was put in the hospice right before he passed away. And he wasn't even in hospice a full day when he passed away. And so it's the whole thing. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like grandma seems like she's up in age. Like grandma don't seem like she's 50 or 60. Grandma looked like she's a bit older. So grandma had a long life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, why everybody acting confused about why grandma was sick. And Glen all sad, and what I can appreciate was, because Glen, my uncle just died. Glen looked like a child. Glen probably is a 12-year-old boy in a grown man body, because he's not even able to handle, just grandma dying, and LaTeshia say how, I can't imagine the pain he's going through, whatever. I'm saying, it's just, I just hope, it don't push him over the edge. It's a sad day. Okay. And Glen is he's crying. You know what I'm saying? I just lost my uncle. He is so sad. It's so sad. And he was like, the reason he went to LaTeshia was because we family. And so she know my grandma. So she know how hard this is for me. And that's why I went to her. And he like, well, can you ride with me to go see her? Because he want to go to grandma's house. Yeah, all I can do is support them. And because she said, at the end of the day, we family. And I feel like if Glen focused more on fixing the problems in his marriage and stop trying to walk around the problems in his marriage, it probably would not be so horrible at all. And that's the weird. Why am I not on my Wi-Fi? Lord Jesus! This whole time I'm like, y'all, I got my Comcast fixed, and I did not even realize I did not have my Wi-Fi on. But the whole time y'all heard me. Ain't that great? Want to do it? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, Glen going to her because he need her. And she know how I feel. She know how I'm grieving. She know this and she know that. And LaTeshia being the woman she is, knowing, okay, even though I'll be mad at him, even though I need space from him, I feel I can't just say, F you. And we family. So of course I'm gonna be with you because she called the sister herself and she heard what was going on. It wasn't as if Glen was trying to use, I'm saying, like Glen was trying to use it to get to her. Like, no, grandma dying, and I know how he felt about grandma. So I need to be there for him. I can't abandon him in this time. And what I hope and pray don't happen is he don't use this as a way to get her back in his life. Like, he still needs to win back her trust in their marriage. Okay. The sadness of grandma being in hospice is a separate issue. And I feel for that man. I really do feel for that man because loss is loss and it's hard. But I also need Glen to grow the fuck up and be a good husband to his wife and not only try to be, dependent upon her when he needs something from her. And that's all. Okay. And that was the whole episode. Yeah. Okay. So I'm done, y'all. Okay. I'm about to watch Housewives. I'm about to watch Love and Marriage or whatever. And so the reviews for those shows will be up tomorrow around 2 or 3 premieres and stuff. Now I was here. Hi. How y'all doing? I was here. Okay. I told y'all before I was not gonna go live for this, but I did it anyway. So thank y'all to those who watched the live. Thank y'all to those who watched the replay. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Do not forget to, like the video, to subscribe to my channel. Okay, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. And be active. Okay, be safe. Okay, until I see y'all tomorrow, I gotta go. Bye.